Welcome to the world of IELTS speaking. As you probably know, getting a 7 in IELTS speaking is no easy feat. It requires a lot of practice, preparation, and most importantly, a few tips and tricks that can help you shine in front of the examiner. So, without further ado, let's dive into the top 3 tips that can help you score a 7 in IELTS speaking. Tip number 1. Structure your answers like a sandwich. Yes, you read that right, a sandwich. Let me explain. Just like a sandwich has a top bun, a filling, and a bottom bun, your IELTS speaking answers should also have a structure. Start with an introduction, the top bun, then move on to the main points, the filling, and finally, conclude with a summary, the bottom bun. This not only helps you stay organized and focused, but it also makes it easier for the examiner to follow your ideas. For example, let's say the examiner asks you to describe your favorite hobby. You could structure your answer like this. Introduction, top bun. I really enjoy playing guitar in my free time. Main points. Filling. One of the things I love about playing guitar is how it allows me to express myself creatively. I also find it very relaxing, and it helps me de-stress after a long day. Additionally, I've made a lot of friends through playing guitar, which has been a great social experience for me. Summary, bottom bun. Overall, playing guitar is something that brings me a lot of joy and fulfillment, and I plan to continue doing it for many years to come. See how easy and effective that was? Now let's move on to tip number 2. Tip number 2. Don't be afraid to show off your vocabulary. One of the biggest mistakes that test takers make in the IELTS speaking exam is using the same old basic vocabulary over and over again. While it's important to speak clearly and simply, it's also crucial to demonstrate that you have a wide range of vocabulary at your disposal. For example, instead of saying happy, you could use words like ecstatic, delighted, or overjoyed. Instead of saying tired, you could use words like exhausted, fatigued, or weary. This not only makes your answers more interesting and engaging to listen to, but it also shows the examiner that you have a good command of the English language. Of course, you don't want to overdo it and use words that you're not comfortable with. But if you can sprinkle in a few impressive vocabulary words here and there, it can make a big difference in your overall score. Tip number 3. Be confident and natural. Last but not least, it's important to remember that the IELTS speaking exam is not a test of your acting skills. You don't need to put on a fake accent, use unnatural intonation, or try to sound like a native speaker. In fact, doing so can actually hurt your score. Instead, focus on being confident and natural in your speaking. Speak at a pace that feels comfortable to you, use your own accent, and don't be afraid to show your personality. The examiner is not looking for perfection, they just want to see that you can communicate effectively in English. For example, if you're asked to describe a memorable experience you had, don't try to invent a dramatic story just to impress the examiner. Instead, think of a real experience that you genuinely enjoyed or learned something from, and speak about it in a way that feels authentic to you. So there you have it, the top 3 tips for scoring a 7 in IELTS speaking. With these tips, some hard work and practice, you'll be well on your way to success in the IELTS speaking exam. Like, share, comment and subscribe if this video adds value to you. Stay tuned with Speaklux for valuable IELTS and English content.